Well, here we are again. It's Friday Foursome time. Friday Foursome 15. Episode 15. Right, straight into the crux of the matter. Friday Foursome will be taking a summer holiday. Yes, it's going to Spain or Marbella or Alaska or in I don't know, the Indian Ocean and a nice cruise. I don't know. It's going to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a hiatus for the summer, but it will be returning in the autumn or the fall for the worldwide audience there. So no worries, I ain't going to go nowhere. Just going to give it a break for a bit. I think it needs a bit of a break sometimes, and I've got quite a bit. I've got like a big project coming on, and want to get a few things done. So anyway, that said, Friday Foursome 14. 4 videos you are most proud of that you made yourself. Yeah, didn't get the response I was hoping for, which is a shame, but never mind. It's still got 7 good responses from all my faithful, all my Foursome faithful. I'm going to nickname them that now, the Foursome faithful. So JL76 and of course Macedonia. You know, always count on them two guys to do me a Foursome. Also Infected Flinch as well. Mainmaster Alan, thank you very much, sir. Bangkok Ian and Swifto gave me responses also, or us responses should I say. Because of the low turnout, there was a lot, obviously low voting for this time as well, so just like I did last time, I'm not going to pick 3 winners this time. The voting was quite low, so I'm just going to feature 1 person this time. And I did JL last video, and many of these guys have already been featured before as well, and I've spoken about them a lot. But the guy that I'm going to speak about, I'm going to feature, I think, this time, is basically I've picked him because of his very innovative picture-in-picture style for his video. I mean, you can't do it in the editor, bodge it. And Down the Rabbit Hole did a great picture-in-picture bodge job. So I'm going with him for his 4 favourite videos that he created. And you can watch him now.
So this is the first video, probably my favorite. This one is called Deckard's Not a Replicant, I'm a Moron. Why did I call it that? Well, click on it. I've put a little link in there, so if you click on the video, it'll take you to the actual full show. It was something that had been on my mind for years, ever since, I mean, I'm a big fan of Blade Runner at the best of times, but this was a response to a lot of things I've read online, a lot of books I've read that talk about how, well, you know, Deckard was actually always supposed to be one of the androids, right? He's a replicant. No, he's not, and I go into a lot of detail about it. Now, when I made the video, I was kind of throwing my hat into the ring of a lot of, not controversy, but just like, here's what I think, and here's me backing up my perspective. And then I thought, okay, here comes the flood of like people yelling at me saying that I'm wrong, I don't know what I'm talking about. And it's had 1,000 or 1,500 views, like a lot of views, and by my standards. And I'm really surprised almost everybody in the comments section of this video says, no, I totally agree with you. Of course he was not a replicant. That would be silly. So yeah, it's been a video that I really, really liked. I enjoyed making it, and I was very pleased with all the very detailed and very well thought out responses that I got on this one. So again, like all of these, click on the video and you'll be taken to the actual full show so you can check it out for yourself. Keeping with the movie theme, another one that I really thought long and hard about is this one. Eating dog food. Yes, I actually ate dog food. Because of the new Mad Max film that was coming out, and there are scenes in the original Mel Gibson, The Road Warrior, he's sitting there eating dog food, and I just thought, I wonder, that would make a very compelling video, especially since like I've done food stuff on my channel, so I wonder what would be involved. Now, kind of a funny story, we took our cat into the vet and they had some checkups done, and I remember asking the lady behind the counter, got a question for you, and my wife was like, oh no, here it comes. What would happen if you ate dog food? And that led through the entire video itself where, yeah, I actually bought myself a can, opened it up, and chewed away, and watch it to see what you think. I would say I'm proud of it, or I'm happy about it, because it turned out, well, the video itself has a few flaws. We started off with a close-up of the can, and then we zoomed back, and unfortunately the focus on the camera didn't stay, so most of the video is actually out of focus, which is kind of crummy. But I was so fixated on, am I really going to eat this can of dog food? Am I really going for this? Okay, put your money where your mouth is. Let's open this up and let's do it. I'm doing it in one take. I'm not reshooting it. And so when I watched the final cut, and I'm like, oh, a lot of it's out of focus. I just thought, you know what? It's focused enough. I'm happy enough with it. And given that I had been thinking about making that one for quite a long time, I just thought, okay, there, it's done, it's posted, I'm going to live with it. And it turns out that it's actually one of my favorite videos, or it's one of the favorite videos of my nieces. Apparently they just love to, let's watch Uncle Kevin eating a bowl of dog food. So, yeah, that one I think is, it was something I had been intending to do for a while, and when I finally got my, my nerve up to do it, it was actually okay, and as you can see, I'm still fine. So yes, I had the dog food, and I lived to tell about it. And I just think it's something that I hadn't really intended on doing. Well, I had intended on doing, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought I really shouldn't be doing this, and I went for it, and I enjoyed it. Is that bad to say? On the subject of food, this is a third favorite of mine, eating iron rations from Dungeons & Dragons. Now, there's no weird dog food stuff here. I had seen a BuzzFeed video, and I mentioned it in the video. Again, click on any of these little pictures in order to be taken to the full version of this video. I had seen a BuzzFeed video, and I've actually since seen quite a few other people try out military rations. And I just thought, oh yeah, that's kind of a cool idea. That might make a cool video. And I thought, well, everybody's doing that. How do I want to make mine different? And then it just occurred to me that I didn't really understand what are iron rations in Dungeons & Dragons. And I researched the heck out of this. Again, there's links. If you go to the original video, there's links down below that show where I got all my various ingredients and things that I had in the pack that I ate. But it was something that I just never really understood, like, what were iron rations? I played Dungeons & Dragons for many years, and I just never really understood. Why are they called iron rations? Are you eating iron? And to be honest, I still haven't had definitive answers on that, so if anybody knows, please advise me. I talk about it in the video, why I think it was called iron rations, but if anybody knows for sure, please let me know. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was... one of the more unusual items that's in that pack is pemmican, and we watched online to see, well, how do you make pemmican? And we did, and I had it in the pack, and it was kind of an interesting experience to eat that. The rest of the stuff, though, was very straightforward. Crackers and cheese, and I'll go ahead and watch the video, see what you think. But yeah, I was really happy that that one turned out almost exactly the way I had imagined. You know how, like, you have in your head, wouldn't it be great to do a video about X? And then you get all the bits together and you film it, and then the final product you're looking at and you're like, maybe I can clean it up with editing, and then you're kind of like, all right, I guess that'll do. That did not happen with this. The Eating Iron Rations video actually turned out almost exactly the way I had hoped. So I think it's the one that I like the most. It doesn't have the most views, but again, it's like 1,000 or 1,500 views on it. So it's made the rounds in various Dungeons & Dragons forums as well. I've been very, very pleased. In fact, I even got a request from some fellas in another part of Canada who do a lot of Dungeons & Dragons stuff, if I'd like to join their podcast. Unfortunately, I'm on the West Coast and they're on the East Coast, so it's quite a large difference in time. We just haven't been able to synchronize it. But yeah, as a Dungeons & Dragons player, I'm very, very pleased that my Eating Iron Rations video turned out so well. Now for my last choice, I was kind of torn. There's two different videos that I can't quite decide upon. I was going to do this one, Warrior for Vectrix, because I was so looking forward to playing Warrior, and I've got it, and I love it, and as part of anytime I heard talk about the fact that they were making Warrior for the Vectrix, I just instantly always replied with, Warrior, come out to play, And that was just sort of my little funny shtick thing. So when I made the video, I quoted that, or I showed that sequence. But, you know, I don't know if I can really include this one because I know Warrior is a kind of a point of contention for a lot of people who haven't got their copy yet, and I don't want to like rub it in the face of people that I've got Warrior. So I'd love to include this one, but I don't think I can, not with a clear conscience. So this one almost was in my top 4, but I'm actually not. I just wanted to very briefly touch upon it because it almost made it. If everybody had a copy of Warrior, I'd feel a lot more relaxed about having this as one of my top 4. Also, ironically, my wife has told me that for weeks after I shot this video, all she could hear at night as she was falling asleep was, "Warrior, come out to play." So instead, for my 4th video, what I'd like to do is, when I took my Assassin's Creed 3 hoodie to Boston, modern Boston, we did a vacation down there a year ago, and really had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. We'd actually done a previous trip to Boston on a cruise, and we just thought, man, that's a really cool town. Let's actually spend a full week there. And then I really got into Assassin's Creed 3, and I got the hoodie, and I thought, yeah, we could actually reenact stuff from the game that's in Boston. And again, click on the video and check out the full version. I'm very, very happy how this one turned out. I mean, it was a lot of fun to actually just do a tour of Boston in an Assassin's Creed hoodie. And to actually be at all these different locations, both in the game and then to stand there in exactly the same spot in real life was an amazing feeling. And I just had to record it. And I really, really liked the end product. I liked how that video came together. So yeah, that would be the 4th. That one I feel better about saying that's my 4th favorite video of the ones that I've ever made.
So thank you very much down the rabbit hole for that. It's quite, yeah, down here. It fooled me at first. I think it fooled a few people. It did fool me first. I thought, is that actually a picture-in-picture on the editor? Or no, he's actually put his tablet, or his laptop, I think it's his tablet, very cleverly done. And actually on the original video, he's got it enunciated as well. So, very smart. So, yeah, that was that. Well done. Well done, winner, should I say. Thank you to all the entrants, as always. Now, moving on to Friday Foursome 15. Now, a few people I've been speaking to at Blackpool kind of know what's coming now. So I'm gonna dangle something in front of you and then I'm gonna whip it away just as quickly. No dirty puns. I haven't done this one yet, and I thought I'd be leaving it alone because I think this is gonna get tongues wagging and get people making responses. I hope it will. I'm really hoping for a great response for this one. Quite simply, your 4 favourite, wait for it, fighting games. Fighting games, yes. You can have one-on-one fighting games, you can have beat-em-ups, you can have hack and slacker. Isn't that a fictional part of where in GTA, is it? Hack and slash. Anyway, hack and slashers. You can have all them. Say the likes of Double Dragon, Final Fight, blah 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 blah, and all that kind of count, and Mortal Kombat. But, and this is a big but, because there's 2 titles in the genre of fighting games, beat 'em up fighting games, whatever, that are very, very popular, I'm going to put a stipulation on this. You cannot pick one of these 2 games, or both these games. You can't pick them at all. You can't choose them. You've got to think out of the box here. You cannot have Streets of Rage 2. No. Streets of Rage 2 is banned from this competition because loads of people will pick Streets of Rage 2 because rightly so, it's fucking brilliant. And secondly, the obvious, the most famous fighting game on the planet. Any version, any variation of Street Fighter 2, banned. No. No show can no. You're not having Street Fighter 2, sorry, and you're not having Streets of Rage 2. Okay? They are banned. Have we all got that clear? I hope you are listening. I will repeat that at the end of this video as well, just in case you haven't listened to what I'm saying. So fighting games, your 4 favourite fighting games. My 4, turn my page over because I made some notes, because my memory's shit. Well, I'm going to go right back to when I started. I've spoken about this game before, one of the first games I ever played, and it got me into video gaming. Scrolling 2D beat 'em up, Kung Fu Master, or Kung Fu on the NES as well, but the original arcade is the one that I played a lot, and I got very good at it. I mastered Kung Fu Master, I did at the time, and I think recently I played it at Play Blackpool again, and got to the end of game boss in 1 credit, so I haven't lost that. I've lost a lot of things, lost me marbles for starters, me marble madness, and a few other things as well, virginity, money, security, self-confidence. Anyway, the list goes on. Kung Fu Master, that's what I'm picking, but because it's just very synonymous with me, and it's a very important game to me and my development and in getting to know other games, and it triggered the old spark in the head. Second game I'm going to pick is a game that I only played on the arcade a couple of times back in the day, and then I realised it was a Neo Geo game after that, and now I can play it whenever I want because I've got it on my 3DO and I've got it on MAME, and that's the original Samurai Showdown. I just love that game. I really love the characters, the special moves, I just love the style, and it's one of those games that I really found enjoyable. At the time it was sort of like King of Fighters, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter 2 clearly, and all that coming at the same time. But Samurai Showdown just really stood out for me. Bold, brash colours, and lots of slashing and gore going on. It's all good fun. Yes. So the original Samurai Showdown. I've got Wendell Dutch there. Yes. Picking that. The 3DO version is just excellent. Amstrad CPC game, and for me, my money, the best fighting game, best beat 'em up on the Amstrad CPC is Renegade, and it's just if you want to do an 8-bit game and how to do it properly, an 8-bit fighting game, Renegade on the Amstrad is just absolutely superb. Graphically it's great, good sound, it plays really slick, really nice, and it's not the sort of thing that you would find synonymous with 8-bits when it comes to beat 'em ups. I mean, look at the original the old the crap version, should I say? I've just substituted the word there, of Double Dragon on the Amstrad. It's absolute pants. The other version is better, the one done by Applin, much better. And Target Renegade is fantastic as well on the Amstrad. But the original Renegade on the Amstrad, spot on. The control system is a bit funny, but once you've got over that, it's spot on. And I think Spectrum fans will agree with me on that. It's Renegade on the Spectrum is also rather nifty. So, finally, we're going to shoot up to the PlayStation, and this was probably the most played 3D fighting game I ever played. Yeah, probably. I mean, I played Dead or Alive, Virtua Fighter quite a bit, and all them others. But Tekken 3. Oh, yeah. I couldn't get enough of Tekken 3. I played it, I think, solidly for about a year or so. Maybe even longer with a mate of mine. And he kept beating me. Even though I kept cheating to try and beat him with Yoshimitsu. Because Yoshimitsu's armed and all the other characters aren't. But he can, when you get him, when he's picking up Brian, beating me blindfolded almost. Frustrating to hell, but I love the game, and I liked learning all the moves, and it's one of the few fighting games that I went through every single character trying to learn their combinations and all their special moves. And I ended up finding like characters like Nina were just brilliant. You know, everyone picks people like Law and Paul and characters like that, but I found playing as Nina was just really good. And Brian was actually quite fun as well. Jack 2, I think he's called in Tekken 3. Hilarious. So yeah, it's just got the range of characters, the range of moves it's got, the blocks, the combinations, the throws, everything. It's my all-time favourite Tekken game. It's not bested. For me, it's not been bested by the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 versions of later Tekken games. So Tekken 3 is the magic number. I keep looking down there. I don't know why. I'm just getting a stupid piece of... Anyway, so what are your 4 favourite fighting games? And remember, and I repeat this, no Streets of Rage 2. I'm pointing again. And no Street Fighter 2. Any variant of Street Fighter 2. So the original World Warrior, the Championship Edition, Hyper Fighting. Fine. You can have Street Fighter 3 and 4 and 5 if you fancy, but no version of Street Fighter 2. and no Streets of Rage 2. Have you got that? Good. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to your responses as always. Remember, drop me a line when you do respond. Either stick it in the comments box, put me on Facebook, or hook me up on Facebook, should I say, or in my Twitter, or whatever. All the links are down in the description box, as always. Thank you for watching Friday Foursome. Friday Foursome 15 out. And going on a little summer holiday as well.